Today we're going to speak about how are Christians destroying Christianity? Are they? That's the question that is posed today. And why is that question posed today? Various different elements. You've had the situation of Kim Burrell, who considers herself, I believe, a Christian, and speaks about, these just hateful words against the homosexual community. And then you have most recently, various different doctors out there who consider themselves Christians, saying that they would not like to, because of their religious preferences, they don't want to treat someone who is either transgender or someone who might be gay or lesbian. So various of those different elements. And then I think perhaps if you look at your life personally, maybe you know someone who consider themselves a Christian, but really doesn't. Not only do they not live up to the Christian principles, but they seem to come off in a very contradictory way to the Christian principles. So do you know people in your life that appear in that way? And why is that? Why is that? Are they at fault for it? Or is it an underlying force that is leading them down this horrible poisonous path? Now, I want to take you back to the Bible itself, where it says that it should not be changed, or you will release the plagues onto the world. Now, one of the plagues is hatred and discrimination and basic prejudice. That's one of the, prejudice, division. That's one of the plagues that was released when the Bible was translated. Now, when it was people say, well, it was translated exactly like that. Yes, but still, it's supposed to be in Hebrew for a specific reason. So, and people are supposed to study in Hebrew. It's almost like at the age of Aquarius, we're going from grade school to high school. So we're, now that we know how to multiply, we're asked to learn algebra. So, we're moving forward in that progression or geometry. So that's the kind of spiritual growth that we're inspired to do. Now, I encourage Christians to just a lot of people are kind of questioning, like, I'm a Christian, and how could you say those things, because do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. So that is a first tenement of the situation. If you're thinking to yourself, well, I would like someone to tell me about the sins that I'm doing. I was like, really? Really? I don't know. I mean, and then the question becomes, you're basing what your belief is on a book. And it's not based on you have to base it on your soul and love and connection to other human beings first and foremost before you base it on a book, because people can take books and change them and alter them in ways so that they can shift the perception of humanity. And particularly this book, the Bible, has been shifted by people in power in order to manipulate the force and how energy is. But it's not just in Christianity. You also see it in the Catholic faith, where, 10,000 children were molested while this organization just sat around and just kind of let it happen, right? So those are the questions, horrific things that are happening. And you see Christians out there that are wishing people death, even Christians that associate with the Nazi movement. It's just, it's various different elements that are being tied together under the guise of Christ. And Christ was definitely, if you look at the life of Christ was not a human being who went around like, stone them, that he who has not sinned cast the first stone. That was Christ's message to the world. So I think that for Christians, it's really imperative for you to kind of like go back if you're the Christian that has always lived up to those principles, do unto others as you would like them to do unto you, and also let he who has not sinned cast the first stone, then kudos to you, and speak out and be more vocal and say, like, that is not a Christian principle for you to be wishing death, for you to be creating discrimination and persecution against other people. That is not a Christ-like name, and it's even anti-Christ. It's anti-Christ mentality to be speaking in the name of Christ in those kind of ways. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, from my understanding, is that Christ was trying to teach Kabbalah through parable. So those are the elements, and perhaps I'm going to go look at the New Testament and reveal some secrets. Hold on. I want to wish you all a wonderful year.